catch the.
I just want to make sure the volume's working on it. I had it muted, I think. Now I gotta wait on this to catch up to it. Yeah, I think it'll work.
Dennis, did you see that email I sent you about the holiday schedule?
I did.
I'd never thought about that before, but said till Davey called and said
Oh crap.
they needed to know where our holiday schedule was posted.
we are grateful for this day that you provide, for the wonder of the world we live in, just the joy of this season. Lord, what it brings to our hearts and minds. Just pray you would be with those in our community that need to feel your touch even now as we recover and all the things that are taking place. Pray for your wisdom tonight, that you would give us the guidance that is required to make decisions that would benefit the citizens of our county. We pray in Christ's name. Amen.
First flag. We'll stand and take the pledge on this time, so.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Proclamation awards, we have none, is that right? Madam County Manager. 3.2B, public comment. Any public comment? There is none. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, sir. The time limit for any comment from the board is 3 minutes. Board members are not expected to comment or take any action on matters during public comment. Any individual speaking during public comment shall address the entire board. Any person who will interrupt, disturb, or disrupts the session be asked to leave the meeting. If you have any questions about public comment, copies of the public comment policy are on the table with the sign-up sheet. If you would like to speak to an agenda item or speak during public comment, you must sign up on the sheet to the door. Time limit to speak to an agenda item is also 3 minutes. Please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. We'll move to 3.2C, public comment on 10 items since we have none. And then we'll move on to 3.2, board appointments for review. And they are the Avery County Transportation Advisory Board, which is Hannah Bragg, Hannah Preston. Avery County Planning Board is Bradley Calhoun, and the Health Advisory Committee is Raquel Giddens. And those will be for review, and we'll vote on those next month at the regular meeting. Okay. We'll move to 3.3, County Commissioners and staff items. Tax Administrator report, Ms. Sandra Kirkfield.
Please approve our collections for the month of March of $978,928.59.
Need a motion to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Please approve my releases for March of $614.50.
Need a motion to approve.
Any questions on that, on those?
Any questions?
Our sales for the month of,
All in
sorry.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. All of our sales for the month of March are 38 sales. We're at 64% on those 38 sales. Last year we had 39 sales and we were at 67%. Then my last item, pursuant to the North Carolina General Statute 105-322, the Board of County Commissioners required to appoint the members of the Board of Equalization and Review. We submitted applications on March 2nd, 2026 for the appointment to the Avery County Board of Equalization and Review for the 2026 session. The board is scheduled to convene April 13th, 2026 and will adjourn May 4th, 2026. So the people on the board are Pat Dale, Nancy Owen, Dee Dee Traver, Bill Butel, and Aaron Thiel are the 5 applications that I got.
We need a motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the
We
chair,
need to appoint a chairman for that committee. So the name of Edith Dee Dee Traver is who we need to approve.
I would make a motion, we appoint Dee Dee Traver as the chairman of that committee.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And please let those folks know how much we appreciate that work.
I will. I want to get them ready. Hopefully, we need some people for next year too. It's hard to find people that actually want to do that. So,
I've got a question.
yes, sir.
Something I probably should already know, but we delayed our evaluation for 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
which would put it 5 years.
Yes.
Will the next one be in 3 years to get it back in the proper rotation?
Yes. That's what I understand is the wishes of the board, was to get back on schedule. And to answer a little bit further of that question, since we have Eagle View, it is IAA approved to go in, and if we refly it, it's approved to do reval. So there are areas that we can reval strictly by the map. And then if we need to go out and look, we can go out and look. So it's a little easier for us to do a 3-year because we don't have to physically visit every parcel in the county. We'll visit the areas that we need to, but there's other areas that we won't have to.
Is that program, is that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Is it working well?
Yeah. And hopefully, I don't know if I ever really said, but we worked on differences. It has a change finder. So it works with our software and it flags parcels where there's structures on that parcel that we don't have on a tax card. So the appraisers worked on that back before notices went out. And we got about 90 million in value. Now, when you figure out 90 million versus the tax rate, that's not a huge amount of money, but that's $90 million worth of value that's gonna stay there from here on. So it's paid off to us, especially. We really enjoy that. We like using that. It makes our job a little easier.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We will move to 3.3B, resolution for the Cover River Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. I think, Cindy, do you want to explain any of that?
I do. So I'll explain some of it, and then I think Michelle has something on it too. So this is a multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan that includes Avery, Mitchell, Yancey, and McDowell counties. This plan is mandated to, for us to have, so we'll be eligible for federal and state funds in case of a disaster. So we actually adopted this in April of 2011, and you have to adopt it every 5 years. So we adopted it again March 2016, and then April 2021. So it's time to adopt it again. There is a resolution, and I think, Michelle, you have done something different with the resolution.
Well, the only thing was to fill in the name of the county in paragraph number
going to change to the document from 2011.
Oh, in this case.
Has it not changed since 2011?
No, we went through, no, there was some changes in, I think 16, but it's basically about the same thing that we've had all along. It's more a generalized type of thing that shows that what we can plan for, what we're planning for, and it has a thing in there where it talks about public awareness, trying to get people more aware of hazards and, hurricanes and storms and things like that.
And it has been reviewed by North Carolina Emergency.
It has been reviewed and approved by North Carolina Emergency Management and
Right.
FEMA.
Okay.
Which pretty much no brainer.
Yeah. So, we'll need a motion to adopt this resolution
So moved.
With the changes.
with the changes that were made by our attorney.
So moved.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move to 3.3C, criminal history record check ordinance. And Michelle, do you want to explain that?
Well, the county has a criminal history record check ordinance, but this is, got language to reflect the change of the statute. And one of, I guess, primary interest is, 153A-94.2, and it does require that, for any applicant who is, applying for a position that works with children, that they have to have a criminal history, record check performed through the SDI. So that is the biggest change. And then, underneath the, you can see it's got, section 1, which has, 4 sections under it, that spells out exactly when, record checks, would be performed. So I think that those are the biggest things that, would be addressed.
So we need a motion to approve the ordinance.
So moved.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
So they'll need to do it.
A second vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I
have
was
to
gonna
take
say,
that
second
with,
vote.
Yeah.
all the board members have to be here for the next
In
month. We'll
May.
take the second
We'll
vote.
have it back on the agenda.
Yeah.
in May.
Okay, we'll move to 3.3D, agreement with the High Country Council of Government for grant administration assistance for the CDBG grant for the senior center.
So this is our grant, our CBDG grant that we got for the senior center, and this is just our contract with High Country Council of Government to administer this grant. And Michelle's here if you have any questions.
So we'll need a motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions for Michelle? Since she's here? If not, nothing? Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And again, thanks to COG for this work that really saves us a lot of steps.
Oh, yes, definitely.
We'll move to 3.3E, radio service agreement with Maine Air Cable.
And just to let the board know in advance, I have not had the opportunity to review this document. We've gone back a couple of times requesting changes, and these changes came through Thursday afternoon. So I have not had the opportunity to review this document fully. I can tell just from looking at it, we have requested that the local government rider be added to that. That is a document that I prepared that's like 2 pages long, and they changed what I had requested to be added because the document that they have attached is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages long. So I have not had the opportunity to review this.
You probably be able to table that until she has the opportunity to do it. I make that motion.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Okay, that will be tabled till next month, more than
May.
likely. Okay. Thank you.
As we move forward with that, my question in following up with that, is this going to affect any projects that we are in the midst of right now? Okay,
No, it is not.
okay. I didn't want to,
And if it, I mean, the board could always have a special meeting and address it as a special meeting or, do it in conjunction with any board workshop that the board has coming up before the May meeting.
okay. I just didn't want, I wanted to make sure that there wasn't something pending that we were going to put ourselves in a difficult situation. Thank you.
Let's move to 3.4, county commission reports and requests, county manager report.
Okay, so just a few updates. You've probably seen a press release that we received $6.2 million in funding. That is a reimbursement for our debris. That was obligated, that was our last debris project to be obligated. So all of our debris projects have been obligated. We're working through the state to get a process in place to get that money back. So, Green Valley Park, we sent out an RFQ, and that is due April the 10th. We got a grant for that, which is $970,506, so we're gonna get along with that process there. On the Little League field, I'm supposed to receive some very preliminary sketches. This is not anything that was approved by the board or anything. It's just something that we can have for some of the grants that we applied for. That gives us a little bit of a cost estimate or something like that. So, we needed these for these different grants that we are looking for. In the next 2 weeks, we should be receiving our shelter trailers, and those 2 trailers should be fully equipped with everything that you would need to set up a shelter. It's got cots and blankets, and it's even got some clothes, you know, different things like that, socks and different things like that, kits.
The drawings that you're going to see preliminary, they will not, if we receive grant money, we will not be tied to those drawings.
No,
Okay.
we will not. No. And Schultz Park, you know, it's had some repairs that needed to be done to the bathroom, and the fence, we have gotten, in the next couple of weeks, they're supposed to get started on that, remodeling the bathrooms and getting that fence in there, and that fence will go completely around that park this time. We got a grant from the Carolina Hurricanes to help us with that fence. Before, that backside of that didn't have a fence around it, and that was a little bit dangerous, so this time, and it will have gates to it also. And then there's some other things like mulch and a few other things that we need to work on, but that should be happening in the next couple of weeks. We should be seeing some on that. There is a mobile museum called the Freedom 250 that is scheduled to be in Avery County, April the 22nd through the 24th. That mobile museum is a story of American independence. And that is going to be, we tried to have it up here, but we didn't have room for it. It will be at the administration building complex right there in the parking lot, because he had to have a way of just pulling straight in there. It'll be more in that parking lot near the old senior center, in the middle of Newland. The old senior center. It's gonna be in that parking lot, and that will be April 22nd through the 24th. The schools will be able to go 9 to 2, and then the public from 2 to 5, and they say it's a very interesting thing, and it's to celebrate this year 250 years, and it's called the Freedom 250 Mobile Museum. I think that'd be very interesting, and a flyer should go out this week, and it'll be going on social media and everything. And I was gonna try to get around to all the principals to make sure that they knew about it, because the kids really need to see this. It has a George Washington AI type thing where he's talking and everything. It's April 22nd to the 24th. And I think that's all I have.
Move to 3.4, D, Finance Officer for Mr. Caleb Hubbard.
All right, good afternoon, Board. I have a few items for your consideration this afternoon. Item number 1, the Department of Emergency Management has received an Emergency Management Capacity Building Competitive Grant in the amount of $145,000 to fund the purchase of 3 generators and installation. Request the Board to accept the grant and approve the following budget amendment to debit EM Grants $145,000 and credit EM Grants revenue $145,000.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
You say second?
I did, or tried to.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Item number 2, the Sheriff's Office has received an insurance reimbursement for a 2019 Dodge Ram. Request the Board to approve the following budget amendment to debit auto supplies $5,632.05 and credit insurance reimbursements $5,632.05.
Need a motion to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item number 3 is a resolution drafted by our county attorney authorizing the release of lottery funds pursuant to Chapter 18C and Chapter 115C of the North Carolina General Statutes. This is for architect fees for schematics and conceptual design for the renovation to the Avery Middle School in the amount of $29,800. Request the Board to approve the chair to sign the resolution as presented.
Need a motion to approve. Need a second.
Second.
Any questions?
Yes. Is this,
I was getting there.
is this release for work to be done, or that has already been done?
That has already been done. I was sent this packet after the fact, and Cindy and I have, expressed interest that we want to see these come to us ahead of time so we can present this to the Board before the work's actually been done. It was to get a grant from the state for the middle school, and they needed something hard to give to them. So they hired an architect to come and prepare them some schematics or cost estimates to submit with the grant.
And this was for the needs-based grant proposal?
Yes. That, my understanding, we did not receive.
Right.
Mhm.
All right.
Your question?
My question, is it not policy that they come to us beforehand?
I don't think it's written down in policy, but it is best practice, certainly, and we've expressed that with them twice. Yeah. And we're assured that that's going to be the case moving forward. But we've had turnover in staff at So it's,
Could it not be made into a policy?
That's the part.
Because
Because the lottery money is not ours.
Yeah.
It's just passed through.
Just pass through our company.
But if we were to refuse at some point in time to pay one that, in my mind, inappropriately came to us, what would be the consequences, Michelle, other than that to us?
Well, I think the board has other options for funding the school systems and looking at refusing lottery funds.
Say that again.
I said the board has other options to deal with funding for the school system other than withholding lottery funds.
I wouldn't think that was a problem.
Carry out some
Very well stated. It just bothers me that, knowing that the county government controls the funds, that they just on their own spend them and expect us to pay without any prior knowledge. That makes sense?
Yeah, I think that like their back is against the wall here on this. Guys in a hurry, kinda, and they shouldn't have done it that way, but
yeah.
that's the way it got handled.
And we've expressed even just a phone call, you know, that we can give y'all a quick, we can turn around the phone call pretty quick and let y'all be aware. I may not have time to get it in the form of a resolution before the board, but we're gonna,
But
you would know.
Consent. Because we've done that before with board.
yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions before we think about it? All in favor of adopting the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Well, if you didn't like the last one, you might not like this one either. It's the corresponding budget amendment. The Avery County Board of Commissioners in a commitment to providing the most adequate facilities for the schools of Avery County has previously authorized funds to the North Carolina Lottery funds to assess costs related to renovating the Avery County Middle School. Request the board to adopt the following budget amendment to debit Avery County Schools capital outlay $29,800 and credit proceeds from lottery funds $29,800.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item number 5 is work that's not been completed. The Avery County School System received state funding to replace the roof at Freedom Trail and Cranberry Schools. This funding will need to pass through the county and be distributed to the school system. Request the board to approve the following budget amendment to debit Avery County Schools capital outlay $340,000 and credit state grant $340,000.
I've got a question on that. Is that just the gymnasium or the whole school?
I believe there's some, if you look at the drawing in there, it shows, I think it's mostly the gym, cafeteria, that first section. I don't think it's not the entire school. Just that area located on
That's
the,
like the first part or something?
it's that, when we did the walkthrough, we looked out on that.
That's that rubber that goes over.
It's all, it's all rubber.
Yeah, that membrane that goes out over the front.
Yeah, I believe it's kind of a flat section too.
Yeah.
But wasn't the recommendation, or didn't they tell us that they were going to replace the entire roof? That was
Well,
our
they said they had the money one time, but I don't know what happened.
Well, they got that
Not
state
$1 million
lien funding.
in Colleen funding.
They got that lien funding, it's $9 million, but I think this is what they, part of that.
Just patching.
Well, and I know in the walkthrough, they mentioned this is the worst.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're wanting to do, this and then,
I know they got one big Riverside too, don't they?
what's that?
I think the roof, Riverside is bigger than.
They repaired the roof over the gymnasium at Riverside.
My understanding was that they were going to take part of that $9 million and they were going to replace that entire roof.
That's my understanding.
I mean, that was what we were told.
I can certainly reach out to them.
And talk to him and see what he has to say.
You wouldn't involved.
Well, he should know now.
You know, it bothers me too to give them money before the work was done, because we had an agreement with them that we would get the invoice and we would pay the invoices.
We have on the lottery funds, I'm not sure that we had that agreement on this.
I think we talked about that in
On
the
the-
meeting,
the
that we
hurricane
wanted
funding?
the invoices.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we talked about that to
And they-
them.
and we can, I mean, I'll pay it however this board desires to pay it out.
I think the discussion was that it would,
I'm sorry, but with the history that we got with them, I just hate to throw money to them.
well, I think that was, the discussion was that the payment would be based on the invoice, on completed projects.
And I believe in one of the contracts, they require 50%, so we could pay the contractor requires 50% down. I believe if it's not on this, I saw that somewhere, and we could send them half and then the rest as they get the invoices. I mean, I'll require a 50% invoice from the contractor, and then we can go from there. That's what the board
Somebody just
desires.
talk to Mike and see if the whole thing needs to be done,
Yeah,
or
well-
do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll talk to Dr. Murray and.
But it was all the same age. My understanding was they were gonna do it.
50% is exactly what you're saying.
Because if I had not got it, they gave us a list of what they were going to do. And the roof at Riverside was on that list, and they've done it.
It was a gym, mate.
And they've done it. And the roof at Cranberry Freedom Trail was on that list. And I had explicitly said, if my memory's correct, the Cranberry Freedom Trail.
And quite a bit down at Avery Middle. I don't
Yes.
remember what
Well, Nick, I think, are you, am I gonna have to dig that list up?
No,
Yeah.
we'll talk to him about it. Do we need to do this or pay?
Well, how do you wanna handle it?
That's up to y'all. If you, I mean, I'll relinquish payment however y'all decide. If you want, you can approve it tonight, and I just won't pay anything until we get these questions answered and get them to you all, or you can table it till next month, whichever.
I
I
don't
think
wanna handle
we might
it.
put them in the bind, getting it done.
Well, that's the only thing I'm thinking it might delay when their start time.
Yeah. Just get answers, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just
Yeah,
go ahead,
We'll get the answer.
if it's okay with the board, let's go ahead and approve it and just wait till you pay till we get some answers.
We will, yeah.
That'd be okay with the board?
But now, are we going other than the contractors'
We'll deal off the
upfront money?
invoices.
Are we going to deal off of the invoices?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, you need to
So-
tell me as well.
You want to make sure they're clear on the way that we're gonna pay them, and also, about the status of the entire roof,
Yeah.
why that was not
Yeah.
did out. Okay.
Sorry, but that's just.
No?
Well, we, got this settled, we need a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome. Item number 6, the Parks and Recreation Department has received an insurance reimbursement for the damage done at the Avery County Dive-In. County received the insurance reimbursement in FY 24-25, and will have to pull those funds out of full fund balance into the current fiscal year. Request the board to approve the following budget amendment to debit capital outlay $14,043.39 and credit fund balance appropriated $14,043.39.
Need a motion to approve.
so moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Will we go back just a minute?
Yeah.
Back to the roof. Yeah. If you'll notice, what we have, what we received, the letter to Caleb, says, "Hi Caleb,
we had received bids for replacing the Freedom Trail / Cranberry Road. I've attached the bids. It tells you the lowest bidder was.
Then we put a higher point to just Jim.
And I looked at the bids, they're very similar to.
Very low for the
Some-
whole school. Very low for the whole school.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, I mean, that's a small,
Yeah, I think he's talking about 2 million or something.
yeah, I don't think that 240,000 is good enough. All right, excuse me, go ahead, Dave.
Item number 7, the library glass replacement project has increased due to unforeseen water damage due to leaks in the old glass structure at the library. Request the board to adopt the following budget amendment to debit library annex capital fund $8,903.69 and credit fund balance appropriated $8,903.69.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
And if you haven't been by to see that work that's been done, I would really encourage you to do so. It is so much better than that previous bubble that was down there. So, yeah, it definitely needed to be done, and it's done well.
All right, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll move to 3.4C, County Attorney Report, Ms. Michelle Ford.
So, there's a resolution, for the board to consider, regarding the Avery Cares property. As the board may recall, sale of that property had been authorized a while back. The, purchaser of that property had it surveyed, and it was discovered that, the county still owned a portion of what we thought was sold. So a lawsuit was filed, for a quiet title action on that remaining property, and that's worked its way through the court system. The county received an order from the court granting title to the property. The time limit for to file an appeal has expired, so the county now holds title to that property, and this is a resolution to declare that property surplus and for the title to be quitclaimed to the purchaser of the Avery Cares building as previously advertised.
So that completely release us of any liability in the future.
Well, this will address the current concerns, and there's also a non-warranty deed to convey the title to the purchaser of the building.
They give what to pay.
So that need authorization of the resolution and execution of the deed,
So we just need a motion to approve the resolution.
and the execution of the deed.
It won't be zero warranty.
No, it's a non-warranty, it's a quitclaim deed.
All right, we need a
It's a
motion to
non-warranty
approve.
deed, which is a quitclaim deed.
Where you,
Need a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. We'll move to 3.5, staff reports and requests. I see nothing there. To 3.6, closed session, we do have
I do.
closed session. We need to go into closed session under attorney-client privilege, GS 143-318.11A3. And
This would also address pending lawsuits and negotiations.
And we will invite attorney, our county manager, a finance officer, and our clerk. And I'll No vote was taken for a closed session. And I need a motion to amend the agenda for the proposed settlement agreement.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
And I can address the board on that. There is a proposed settlement agreement between Dave Thurston, Kevin Fry, and the county, and the county risk pool that has been submitted to the board, and it has been proposed. It has not been accepted by all parties. Asking that that agreement be approved in a substantially similar form. It does have a payment by the county of $30,000.
Thank you. Okay. We'll move on to,
And I need a vote on that.
oh, I'm sorry.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now, we'll move on to 3.7, approval of minutes for March the 2nd, 2026. Need a motion to approve.
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Move to agenda consent items. Is there any questions on any of those? If not, they will be approved by consent. Information items. You have anything you want to mention on that?
We have a trauma-informed church and community training on Tuesday, April the 7th, here at the community center, and that is through Lidwell Avery. And then there is it's called telehealth care, and it's for veterans, and they can do telehealth, and our veteran service officer can help them with that. Oh, yeah, and there is a report to the people. Avery County Cooperative Extension will do their report to the people on April the 24th at 11:30. If anybody here wants to go, then just let me know. I need to RSVP.
Okay. Move to 3.10, upcoming meetings on April the 30th, 2026. We have a budget workshop at 1 p.m.
April 30th.
Yeah. At 1 o'clock, and then on our next monthly board meeting will be May the 4th at 6 p.m. And if everybody's conscience is clear, we'll have a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Thank you.